chilling tales for dark nights.
Ghost stories have been frightening people for generations via folklore and more recently through urban legends, and for good reason. Nothing is quite as scary as a tale told by ordinary people, just like you and me, who happen to experience the paranormal firsthand. After all, if it happened to them, that means it could happen to you too. I'm your host, Steve Taylor, and I'll be your guide as we plumb the dismal depths of the dark and paranormal. Tonight, we've prepared for you 5 unsettling, purportedly true tales of messengers come back from beyond the grave, ghostly roadside apparitions, spirit sessions gone wrong, family pets coming face to face with evil, and dark dancing entities of unknown origin. Are these stories true? The ordinary people just like you and me say they are. But there's really no way to know for sure, and that just might be the scariest part of all. You might be skeptical of their claims until something happens to you. Before we begin, double-check your closets and windows, grab a flashlight, and cozy up under your covers. By the time you've heard these 5 allegedly true tales of real-life hauntings, it might just be too late. Don't say I didn't warn you. Now, all settled in, are you? With a false sense of security? Good. Let's get started, shall we? Without further ado, turn off the lights, turn on the dark, and ready yourself for 5 spooky stories that will keep you up all night. Number 5.
About 5 years ago, my family was caring for my brother's dog, a German Shepherd Husky Chow Chow mix, an incredibly gentle dog that never barked. One day, me and my sister came home from school, and like every other day, he greeted us through the upstairs rail and came down halfway down the stairs, where he then laid down and watched us. Just as we put our backpacks down, we heard it. The little spot upstairs right before the steps that let you know you weren't alone creaked. And right after the creak, a shuffling sound followed, like something running away after getting caught. Me and my sister just stood there. I wanted to scream and run out of the house, but we stood there, frozen, unsure of what to do. At that point, the dog immediately stood up and bared his teeth. He was facing towards the stairs, and all the hair on his back started to rise. He chased whatever it was, barking and growling the whole time. It sounded like he was going to freaking kill something. Then, out of nowhere, he stopped and came downstairs and stayed by our sides until our dad came home an hour later. Of course, our dad didn't believe us. Stuff like that never happened to him, so in his opinion, it didn't exist. That is one of the creepiest things that ever happened to us, and it never happened again after that day.
Number 4.
When my mom was about 3, my grandma began reading The Exorcist, when all of a sudden she heard humming from my mom's room. When she went in, my mom was waving her arms at the end of her bed. When my grandma asked what she was doing, she said, "Dancing with her." My grandma asked, "Dancing with who?" "With the Black Mama." "How is she black, hun? Like her skin?" "No, Mommy. Like her heart." My grandma burned the book. What's creepier is that my cousin and sister have both claimed to see the black girl, and both of them waved their arms.
So we're driving from Tijuana to Sonora late at night. I fall asleep and wake up hearing my mom say, "Is that real? How can they drive that way?" And my dad just replying, "I don't know. Why would he be driving like this at this hour?" I opened my eyes a little bit and saw a very creepy school bus driving in front of us in the middle of the desert, with all of its windows broken and pieces of plastic in place of the glass. My parents decided to pass the bus because it was going slower than we were. It was dark, so we couldn't see who was driving. He hit the accelerator and left the creepy bus behind. We waited at a rest stop for about 45 minutes for the bus to pass. The road had no turns, so you had to pass the gas station. It never did.
Number 2.
We did 3 Ouija board sessions in our dorm room during my freshman year at college. After that, we started hearing carousel music, growling, and laughing, all when we were in our dorm alone. My roommate, Jackie, also heard a little girl singing along to a song with her when she was driving. Another night, she felt a child grab her hand. Throughout all of this, I kept seeing apparitions. A man in uniform standing next to my closet, and a girl with long black hair standing at the foot of my bed. We were right next to Kennesaw Mountain, the site of a major battle. So, I figured the man in uniform was a soldier who had perished in battle. As for the girl, I have no idea.
When my daughter was 2, I found her twirling paper towel tubes tied with twine in the air. I asked her what she was doing. She said she was practicing her nunchucks. I was very confused, as she'd have no way of knowing what they were. I asked her what she meant, and she said that Adam had told her how to make them, and showed her each night how to use them. She went on to say that Adam told her to practice because she may need to know how to defend herself someday. I almost freaked out, but asked her what Adam looked like. She said he was tall, blonde, and had blue eyes. She said, "Mommy, you know how he looks. You know him. He died of a headache." I had to leave the room. You see, 4 months before she was born, my tall, blonde, blue-eyed, martial arts pro friend had died of a brain aneurysm at the age of 27. She has not spoken of him since that day, so I'm not sure if I scared her with my reaction, or if she had completed her lessons.
You were just listening to True and Scary Stories, brought to you by Chilling Tales for Dark Nights. If you enjoyed what you heard, hit the subscribe button and the bell notification icon to get more spooky tales from us, including terrifying true tales as well as frightening fiction each and every day. You can connect with us on Facebook and at our website, chillingtalesfordarknights.com, where you can support us as a patron and get hundreds of previously released tales, all ad-free. Got a spooky, true, scary story of your own? Email it to us today at submissions@chillingtalesfordarknights.com for your chance to have your terrifying tale brought to life by our talented team of producers. Thanks again for joining us. I'm your host, Steve Taylor, once again reminding you to turn off the lights and turn on the dark.
Chilling tales for dark nights.